Ladies and gentlemen, we are live here in Las Vegas, Nevada, T-Mobile Arena for USA 1. Juan Gonzalez versus Leroy Belfort. I'm Michael Justice, and with me is Psycho Van Buren.
How's it going, brother? How you doing?
Doing good today, man. I'm pretty
That's
excited.
awesome.
We got a stacked card tonight, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be really good. I'm excited about this fight, and I can't wait to get this going.
It's going to be the main event is going to be really interesting. Juan Gonzalez is a staple in the CAF league, and Leroy Belfort is an up and coming, really newcomer to this community. And let's see how she does thrust into her first main event.
Yes, sir. Let's do this.
On to the first fight.
Got Curry.
We have Curry versus Murillo. Okay. Jackson Murillo is known in the, well, what kind of introduction that was, but Jackson Murillo is known in the community. Curry, I've never heard of this kid, so
Yeah, Curry's pretty good. I've seen him fight a few times, and he's a pretty good fighter. I've seen his striking's not bad. King of the Nomads. I'm not sure who that dude is.
Jackson Murillo, he's a decent.
Is that Jackson Murillo?
Striker. Yeah, that's Jackson Murillo. He's a decent striker. Just come across a couple bad breaks in his career.
Right.
Really looking to turn things around here. Hopefully, the power mullet helps him.
Yeah. Ouch.
Oh,
that was a nice
strong
rod.
overhand.
Goes for the 1-2 head kick. Yeah, about the mullets. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna work. I mean, two guys two guys with the mullet. I wouldn't be surprised if they double, knock each other out, cause.
Yeah. The mullet power cancels out here.
Yeah, this ain't the 80s no more. It's 2021.
Murillo really wants to hit that 1-2 head kick, and it's so readable at this point.
Yeah, it's
turning side kick.
A 1-2 head kick just doesn't work as well as it used to,
Yeah.
Everyone's got, used to the meta, so you want to move up on this, you gotta.
I think Murillo he's wasting energy just striking so far out of the pocket, just whiffing on these big strikes. It's really going to cost him later in this fight.
Yeah, Murillo needs to. Well, he's going in, he's backing out too much. He needs to plant his feet and lay off that combo he wants. But he's moving too much. He has to throw his combos, plant the feet.
This is just an absolute. It's not technical striking. It's
Beautiful
not great
striking.
It's just fighting at this point. And you're right, that jumping crane kick was beautiful.
Yeah, Curry's pretty patient right now. He's stepping back when he should be. If he stepped back just a second more, he would have avoided that overhand. But Curry's looking patient. He's looking good.
We are at a minute and a half left in this round, and the stamina difference is staggering. Murillo is almost panic throwing at this point.
He wants to knock his head off.
He wants to definitely prove something. He really wants to prove something to this UFA audience here, and I don't know if I blame him. He's had a rough couple goes the last few times he stepped into this cage.
Yeah, it's really hard to not get caught up fighting. You go in with the game plan, and sometimes it just doesn't work the way you expect it to. And when that happens, you kind of find yourself in a different mindset.
What's the Mike Tyson's old adage? Everybody has a game plan until they get hit in the mouth.
Exactly, and I feel like Nomad Murillo, excuse me, I feel like that's what's going on right now. Nice leg kick at the end of the round.
At the very end of the round. We're gonna have to see how that carries over into the next round. That was an incredible display of patience from Curry.
I think after their fight, I'm gonna talk to both of them, and I'm gonna give them a little advice on not to rock a mullet.
Tentative on the glove touch there from Murillo. I don't know if you thought maybe it was a ploy. That leg is gone.
Yeah, he needs to switch stance.
Now he's gonna have to fight out. Yeah, he just switched.
Okay,
he's fighting out of the southpaw now. Here's the thing. I don't know if, a lot of people these days, they can't fight in the reverse stance. You know what I mean? Like they don't they don't have the capability for some reason. They feel that the combos come out slower. Oh, good spinning back fist. Oh,
Spinning heel kick, that was beautiful. I mean, it's really important to learn southpaw as well, or vice versa. If if you're already
right.
in southpaw, it's really important to understand the reverse of how it works. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. You have to be able to fight from any stance.
Because I mean, a lot of people when their legs rocked, when their legs basically gone, it's they don't want to switch stance because they're not comfortable. And this is we're already on the second round. His legs flashing, so it's kind of, for all you guys that aren't comfortable with switching stance, it's a must. There it is.
Oh, now his other leg. Jesus.
Yeah, he's looking great. He's in and out, body head. He's looking really, really good. I think this is probably the best I've ever seen him.
I'd love to see Murillo go to the body more. He got that one early overhand that rocked Curry, and other than that, it's been Curry's fight.
Yeah, Murillo, he's stepping in and out. He's stepping in and out at the same exact time almost every time that he steps out. I don't know if that makes sense.
It does,
So
yeah,
so Curry
absolutely.
Curry is able to read when he's gonna step in and get punches off of that. And leg kicks. That's how his
Oh,
leg kick is
jeez.
working. Murillo really needs to step in a little bit longer or step out a little bit longer.
Right.
Because right now he's just too predictable. He whiffed with a
He's
head
got no
rock,
stamina.
got an
No
uppercut,
stamina. He's down.
spinning
Oh
back
my
fist.
God, that's got to be it, right? There's no
Uh,
way he survives this.
he might
It's got to
survive
be
it.
over.
No, he
Oh my
survived.
God, he rolls out,
What was
standing
that?
back up. Oh my God, you got to say anything. If you say anything about Jackson Murillo, you got to say he's got the heart of a fighter.
Or he got some balls of a bull.
Yeah, jeez. Oh my goodness, we are at 20 seconds left in this second round.
Yeah, it's looking good. It's that leg kick
Oh,
though.
that leg, man. It's
Rilla
his
really he
calf,
needs to
his
take it to the
thigh.
ground. Rilla needs to
Yeah,
really take it to the ground. I mean, you don't want to get your leg broken or get knocked out on the third round. So right now, Murillo has to think third
he's got to
round.
think safe.
I have to go all out, stay in the pocket, or take him to the ground, play time,
Ground
and
and
get it
pound.
by
Well, he
decision.
can't, I don't think he
No.
has him by decision though. At the very least, round two is 10-8.
Yeah.
You know, round one, I think Curry. He stole that one with his
Curry,
patience and his strength.
Curry got round one and two.
So there's no way Murillo is gonna win a decision. But
No.
he can, if he can get it to the ground, he can try and ground out a ground and pound victory or a sub.
Yeah.
Oh, that leg, he's got to switch. There we go. Way to he switches stances right there, makes him miss with the kick, pity pats him with a little bit of a straight.
I mean, he's hitting the head of Curry. He's doing damage. There you go,
There it
right
is.
there.
There it is. That's that 1-2 head kick that he likes so much. Oh, he wasted it. Here comes that leg kick. And that's the thing I've noticed with Curry is like as the fight goes, he's also becoming more and more readable. Like these guys, their strikes, they're not doing a very
There
good
you go,
job
head
of hiding
kick.
their strikes. Look at this, see?
Yeah, he whiffed. That was a big whiff. He can't be whiffing like that.
No.
It's you just get punished too. There you go. What a
Oh, there it is.
kick.
Yeah, that was perfectly timed. But he recovers fairly quickly. Like, this is a hell of a fight.
Yes, it is. It really is.
That stamina down. But the stamina difference is just, it's almost absurd at this point.
It
The
is.
output.
It is. I mean, you could tell a difference in their style. Curry's
Oh,
more technical. Murillo, he's going for that. Just that
there we go.
one. He wants that
Oh,
one
he
hit.
pulls him. He pulls him back. He's gonna go for the rear naked. Yep,
Yeah,
he's
he
got
got
it. He's got the choke. Can he get it under the chin? Murillo seems to be staying calm. Looks like he's gonna escape. Oh, maybe a little bit of panic here. Maybe just a little bit of panic. But he gets out. He manages to escape, and Curry brings it right back to the
Curry
feet.
brought it
Maybe
up,
just
right?
ooh. I
Yeah,
think Murillo knows he
yeah,
needs a knockout. Look at
Murillo.
this.
At this point, do you really want to risk it to get knocked out? You know what
I
I'm
see.
saying?
Here's the thing. Like
It's
you go for the knockout in a fight, you're definitely not going to win a decision. You go for a decision, you're not going to get a knockout. You know what I mean?
yeah.
At this point, we just have no idea what's going to happen. Oh my God, what a
I
oh
mean,
Curry is
it's
pouring it on him.
Curry's won round 1, 2, and 3. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
right now, Murillo's he needs to survive, even if he loses by
Oh my
decision. Wow,
God,
what a head kick! Even if
he's
he loses by
gassed.
decision, he at least he didn't get knocked out. There you go.
Pouring it
Get
on
him.
him.
There you go.
No, no
No wait,
way.
what?
Oh my God.
Holy hell!
Jackson Murillo with a come
No!
from behind victory. 19 seconds left in the
What
fight,
a
and he puts him
comeback!
away. Oh my
What a
God.
comeback!
Oh my
Murillo,
God.
good freaking job!
He knew he had to go for
Wow!
broke. There was no way he was going to win a decision, and he pours it on, absolutely gassed at the end of that fight to come away with a knockout victory.
You know,
Jackson Murillo.
we were saying this whole time that he was looking for that one hitter, right? We were saying like he needs to take his time, he needs to collect himself and be play more smart, right? But right
Right.
now we just saw that his game plan did work.
It worked. Yeah, he
It
just, I
worked.
mean, it's not a game plan I would want to use.
You know, some people use the phrase what do they say? You have to bite on the mouthpiece.
Yeah, you
You
got
know,
to
you
bite down
can't
on your
you
mouthpiece.
gotta bite down on your mouthpiece and not be scared and take a punch but give a hard punch, right? Coming up next, it looks like we got Taylor Stack versus Herrig. See how this goes. Taylor Stack, we've had so many spars. Such a good fighter. He's come a long ways. He looks amazing, and it looks like he's late. Stupid ass taunts. Anyways, here we go. Getting that little feel for each other. Gets the 1-2 head kick. Looked like that was a body hook uppercut. Herrig answers with a knee elbow 1-2 head kick. Yeah, it looks like they're both a little trying to figure out exactly what they're gonna throw right now. Really trying to get that feel for each other, and I'm not sure if they've found it yet. Whiffed, big whiff. Taylor follows that with the body kick, and that was beautiful. That's what you need to do when you see somebody whiff. You got to really take advantage of the body. You know, obviously you don't want to spam the body because you're gonna get that knee right there or an uppercut. But Taylor did a beautiful job on that. Reed followed it up with a beautiful spinning. What was that spinning roundhouse to the body? I think it was. Follows with a spinning heel kick. Beautiful leg work, but that's not. There's more that Herrick needs to be doing here. He's looking good, but he's stepping in and out too much and not giving Taylor anything to think about. You know, beautiful straight pull back and answers with the leg kick. Beautiful hook. Yeah, Herrick needs to really he needs to think about what he's doing right now because he doesn't have a game plan. Beautiful spinning heel kick. Answers that Superman with a hook. 1, 2, 3, 4 out. Rocked him down. Going for the finish. And lets him up. I would have let him up too. Toy with him a little bit. Let's play with our food. Beautiful uppercut. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and dead. What a knockout. That was That was amazing. Taylor stacked with the dub. He did it looking like a badass, and I think when we get back in the gym, he's gonna have to train me a little bit because I'm the rusty one now. Look at that beautiful straight. Yeah, Herrick needs to. We need to get him in the gym and start working on his style because he needs a lot of help. There's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Yves Leving has called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 53 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by knockout.
There it is. Taylor stacked with that beautiful knockout.
All right, I am back in the booth, and up next we have, I believe it's Colin King versus Bisma Apache.
Colin King, he's I love the way that dude fights, man. I'm not gonna lie, that's one of the dudes that I have a lot. I mean, I have a lot of respect for everybody. I mean, he's just a great fighter.
Right, he's one of them big, tall Viking build guys. You know what I mean? Like they just go in and throw. I've actually trained with Apache. He's a decent pressure fighter. I know he's trying to change things up a little bit, but he's constantly always in front of you. He's pretty good technically striking. He's always looking for ways to improve, and I think for Colin King, he might, because Apache's not known at all. Like he has no name in this community. So King might be thinking at this point, this is an easy win, but he's got his hands full. You can see, like, just look at the technical boxing from Apache right now.
Yeah, he looks. His posture's good. He has good patience, and he's reading his opponent. You can see in his movement that he's reading his opponent. And Apache isn't scared to throw gloves.
Right.
He's staying in that pocket, and that's what you need to do. He's reading right now, and he knows that he's 100% comfortable in the pocket with Colin King. But he really needs to sorry, I'm like looking at the fight right now.
No, I got you, absolutely, and I understand what you're saying.
Apache doesn't need to do anything. They don't need a reset. If this is the kind of fight that they want, they're both doing amazing right now. Nobody needs to reset. They look great.
Hey, what's weird, as you just said, no one needs to reset. Usually, a reset is when you're reading your opponent, you're trying to figure out what your game plan is matched against theirs. And it's just like these guys, it seems like they don't even have a game plan. They're just going in there to throw, and they're just standing in the pocket.
Yeah, to me right now with this, I love these kind of fights. I don't have words that can explain what's going on here, but it almost looks like they're dancing. I don't know if that makes sense, but they're in sync with each other. So there you go, beautiful cross.
Big punch lands.
Was it a cross or a hook? Yeah, it was a cross. Colin King needs to roll that. Excuse me, I just burped and farted at the same time. Colin King did that beautiful. He rolled right out of the cage. That right there, big whiff though, big whiff. But
yeah, it was great. The movement, and you see it a lot in veterans of this game. When they get rocked, they don't panic. They just simply skirt away. They rotate out, and they just reset their feet right there in the moment, in the pocket. Yep. It's a beautiful thing to watch.
It really is. It really is. And I'm not going to lie, every time I see these kind of fights, I still get wet. There's times that I have to change my panties because it's just like, wow.
It's what gets you. I get it, man. It's what gets you. Absolutely. I love fights like this.
It's what keeps this game alive. It's what keeps this fight like this. What keeps the fire in us are these kind of fights. Are the beautiful knee.
Answers a body knee with a jumping knee to the face.
Colin King,
but he wasted a lot of stamina.
Colin King.
What a round one! What a round one! Oh my God. I don't know who. Maybe Apache wins that because of the two wobbles, but if anything, like it's even. That's an even round.
It definitely was. It definitely is even.
Coming into round two, Colin King is just going right after it. There's a little bit of hesitation there, no glove touch. That's what I like to see. I love to see two guys who just want to get in there and just throw down.
Yeah, they're definitely beautiful.
Oh, what a pullback!
It with an uppercut.
Punish uppercut.
Okay, now Colin King.
What I say? Yeah. Just like I said, he is great at being in front of you.
Beautiful
What
reversal.
a transition. flips him to the full mount, going for the armbar. Now it's the second round. They're a little sweaty. He may still be able to escape from this, but we'll just have to. Only time will tell. He's turning that arm. He's turning on it.
Yeah, he is. It's looking.
Ooh, it looks like
know.
Apache's gonna get out of this.
It does.
Oh, wait a minute. There seems to be a little bit of panic coming from Apache. Okay, no, he's getting out. He's getting out.
I
That
just
was
thought he
deep though.
tapped. I thought I thought I saw his hand tapping right now.
Yeah, so that arm has got to be compromised. That arm has to be compromised. We're going
That
for
was a
another
smart
takedown.
decision.
What a
That was a
beautiful-
smart decision to get him down.
He knows. Yep, he knows that he has the advantage on the ground, and he's going to take it. What's this?
He
What a
put him
beautiful
right
transition into full guard.
Full guard.
And he's going for another armbar, locked in. He knows that this kid's submission game is not where it needs to be. Look at it, locked up. He's got that arm deep.
Yeah, he does. He should have He should have got that slam. This is not looking good.
That arm is deep. Now
Yeah.
he's pounding away on his face. This is it. This arm, the
Yeah,
arm is
that's
already
it.
compromised.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
what a second round submission by Colin King.
I wasn't
It's-
expecting that. I really wasn't. I mean, I know that he looked like he was in trouble, right? But I wasn't expecting that submission. I
think what happened was, sorry to cut you off. I think what happened was, I think Apache was more of a technical boxer. So his
Right.
hands were a little bit more accurate, a little bit more precise. And once that fight went to the ground and King saw where Apache was lacking in that submission, that jiu-jitsu
Right.
game, he realized, okay, why am I going to chance getting knocked out when I know I can
when he can
submit
tap
this
him
kid?
out. Yeah, exactly.
It was an incredible fight. Incredible smart decision and switch of game plan from King. Let's go to Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 55 seconds of round number 2. Declaring the winner by tap out.
Okay, next fight we have Anderson versus Reed.
Reed.
Alex Anderson is a welterweight that I have sparred. He was actually one of the first people that I had actually brought into the gym to train.
Right.
I do not know Reed at all.
Reed.
So I'm excited to see this fight.
Reed is an amazing fighter. Me and that guy, he's been around for a long time. I know he took a break a while back, and it seems that he came back a lot stronger this time around. He's been getting a lot of wins. He's a good fighter. You know, both these guys are great fighters. But I know Reed, he's one of my favorites.
Oh, there's a nice little spin kick there. Ooh,
Beautiful 1, 2,
beautiful
3.
combo, yeah.
Anderson answers back with that. What was that? A spinning elbow followed
Spinning
to a
elbow
hook.
into a hook. Yep. Chopping away at the legs. That's something Anderson likes to do a lot. He likes to throw those leg kicks in. He likes to damage those legs.
I mean, it's the smart thing to do. You know, a lot of us, we become so boxer heavy and we forget that our legs are even there to use.
Yeah.
You know, so it's nice to see that, you know, Anderson's, wow.
Oh, beautiful hook into a spin kick for the wobble. Oh,
And he answers back.
He counters the jumping knee with a straight and wobbles him, and he's just pouring it on.
He is rocking that body. Beautiful
Oh!
flying knee. What is going on here?
This is a wobble fest, man.
And he gets him
another
again.
one.
And follow that with the knee. I mean, wow. I don't
beautiful
even know what to
guard,
say right
beautiful
now.
Guard. Oh my God. Reed's guard right there.
Look at
saved
that.
him.
Just straight
Oh
uppercut.
my God.
I don't even have time to talk.
It's incredible. Like, you can't even break
I
down what's
can't
happening.
I can't. This is retarded. You guys need to reset.
Oh my
Look at that.
God.
They need to reset so we can collect ourselves right now. This is crazy.
Honestly, can we get to the end of the round so I can breathe?
Is that the kick you call the justice kick?
That's the justice
That's
kick.
a justice
yes,
kick,
sir.
right? There you go. I was wondering. I was like, I knew you had a name for that kick.
Yeah, that's the justice kick.
Look
100%.
at
Look at
that.
this. Oh my God. This is just incredible. And it's not like it's. Oh
Ouch.
my God.
Wow.
This is. There's brain damage in this fight. That's all that I can say. Look at this.
I
This
mean,
is this is where we
but
find out.
these kind of fights is like this is what we need. You know, sometimes
Yes.
like we get a lot of technical fighters and we get a lot of people that want to win and sometimes I mean that's good, but there's a lot of times that you have to let it out to get that win. You know what I'm saying?
You have to go for broke. Absolutely.
And this is a perfect example of sometimes you have to just stop
20
trying.
seconds in the round.
20 seconds.
Gets the takedown. He's in half guard.
Dude, the guy is back on the cage. See what he does here. End of the round.
End of the round. What a round one. Oh my God. Listen, we're still early in this card. Absolutely. This has got to be at least fight of the night. Like that round alone.
Yeah, that was intense. I didn't even I had no words. I wanted to say something, but I couldn't even speak. I was
It
just
was
like
so hard. How
my
could
tongue
you?
was twisted.
There was literally no way that you can't
No.
even formulate what's happening because every time you would go to break something down, somebody else would get dropped.
We got round two. Here we go.
Let's see what happens here. A nice glove touch. I'd love to see the respect both of these guys have to earn.
Wow.
Oh,
Throws
wow.
a spinning
A
elbow
spinning
into
elbow
what was that?
into a 6 to
6
12.
to 12. There you go.
Oof.
Yeah, it's almost like you can't. I mean, we know what their game plan is, right? It's not like we can sit here and say, Reed needs to do this,
Right,
or you know
right.
what I mean? Like they have a game plan and this is working and who cares who gets knocked out,
Oh,
right? Let's just get this done.
it looks like Anderson's relying a little bit too much on that justice kick, and it's starting to become readable here. Oh,
Beautiful, beautiful,
beautiful.
beautiful.
Lets him out of the tie clinch. Goes right back to it. Oh, the 1-2 head kick. There we go. Once again, he's throwing that justice kick into the flying knee. Oh, beautiful hook. Beautiful hook.
Yeah, and it landed.
Oh!
It landed. It landed. There you go.
Oh my God.
And
Oh,
he
he gets
gets
out.
out. He gets out. Yeah, I stayed really quiet right there. I was expecting something, and then right when I was about to say it, he landed the justice kick again.
Oh man. Throwing that spinning elbow. He loves that spinning elbow into the hook or into the 6 to 12.
Hey, that spinning elbow, that combo it
It's
comes out
quick.
so quick. Comes out so quick.
Yeah.
And
Oh no! Again, and he's just pouring it down on him. Oh my goodness. How is Reed surviving?
he has amazing defense on this. He blocked a few, put his arm up, blocked a few, blocked his head, and he's out.
Yeah, that's incredible. I mean, his head is blinking. Anderson is literally throwing everything but the kitchen sink, and that 1-2 head kick breaks through the block. Ground and pound. Oh
Pulls him
my
down.
goodness.
Pulls him down and denied. Postures up. Nope, it looks like
Oh,
he's going for the ground and pound.
oh. Literally just turtling here at this point. Trying to get up, trying to get his back up against the cage, and he does successfully. Oh, big knee there.
Needs to block that.
Oh,
Needs to block that head.
man. Oh, he's got full mount. He's going to pour it down on him.
Yeah, he
Is
is.
this it? Is this how you're going to...
That's
Oh,
it. That is it.
man.
Good night.
Reed comes back to prove he still has it. And, you know,
Oh,
his defense and his chin alone, all respect to both fighters
yes,
for that one.
definitely. Yeah, that was amazing. That was such a good
That was
fight.
an incredible fight. Incredible fight.
I mean,
You can't sit here and say you weren't entertained by watching that fight.
no, it definitely was entertaining. Like I said, they weren't stepping down. They were not stepping down. You know, so
No,
you
they
know
weren't.
that when you want this kind of fight, somebody's getting knocked out. Somebody's getting knocked out, and I think they were both okay with that.
Yeah, there's nothing. Either which way this fight goes, I don't think there's a loser in this fight.
No,
You know
there's
what I
not.
mean?
No, no, they gave us a war. We want a war. They gave it to us. To me, they
I
both
think
won.
everybody wants to see Alex Anderson fight again, and
Hmm.
everybody definitely wants to see Reed. Now we have Miles Rothfarb versus Miles Bailey. Both of these guys I have a lot of respect for. Bailey's a young kid. He's come so long. He's another member of my gym. And actually, this is his featherweight debut, and he's going up against a former featherweight champion in Miles Rothfarb. Miles Rothfarb is widely considered the featherweight GOAT of the CAF community.
Yeah, he Miles is, man, he's just one of those guys that he brings a certain type of pressure. You know what I mean? It's you don't even know the pressure's there. You know, he plays so calm that he makes you feel that he's not a problem, right?
Right.
The next thing you know, he's dropping you. Not once, not twice, not three times. He about 5, 6 times. You know, and that's what makes him a scary fighter. Is that he doesn't bring this amount of pressure that makes you nervous. But the next thing you know, you're getting knocked out.
Yeah,
And
he's dropped. He's one of those guys I've sparred, dozens of times, and there's moments where I think I am literally pouring on.
yeah,
I'm
that
pouring it
beautiful
on him.
uppercut. Chu needs to
Yeah,
step
it's
back.
just-
Chu needs Bailey. You said yeah. Bailey needs to step back. Bailey needs to step back.
Yeah, absolutely.
Bailey
He's
needs
got
to
to
step back.
reset.
He's fighting Miles. You want to fight in the pocket. Miles is gonna um take you out.
He's gonna punish you. Yeah, he's gonna punish you. He's gonna make you miss, and he's gonna hit you with things that you don't think are possible to be hit with in that pocket.
But Bailey, other than that, he's doing great. He's doing great.
He's got good hands.
Yes, he does. He does.
He's got very decent. Any other fighter, I think Bailey is a surefire lock-in.
He's come a long ways.
pick.
He's come a long ways.
Absolutely.
I'm looking at his style now, and a few months ago, it's two different people.
Yes, absolutely. I
Excuse
just
me.
think he kind of drew the short straw here in his featherweight debut, but I'm actually super impressed with the way that this kid is fighting.
It's two different fighters. Two different fighters that I'm looking at right now. It's crazy how well he is now.
Look, he ate a body knee just to throw a hook to the body. Like he's not scared. He's not scared to be in there with one of the featherweight goats of this
Excuse me.
community. God bless you, brother.
Thank
God
you.
bless you. All good. Like he's just trading. I love this. I love when young up and coming fighters show their heart and their courage against these vets of this CAF community.
Yeah, Bailey, he's throwing the 1-2, and I'm looking at his footwork right now, and he's stepping in and out. You know what I'm saying? He's not just throwing just to throw and stepping out just to step out. He knows exactly when to step out. He knows when to throw. He knows when to throw the leg kicks. You know what I mean? So this is amazing. This is
I'll tell you what. That's a what do they call them? Moral victories. That's a moral victory getting out of the first round with Miles Rothfarb for
Yeah.
Miles Bailey.
yeah, definitely.
Especially as your debut match at featherweight, this kid cut 30 pounds to make weight for this fight. He used to be at welterweight,
Right?
and now he's fighting at featherweight. And his first fight is against one of the longest reigning featherweight champions of the CAF community, and he's staying in there.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is. Touch of the gloves.
Miles Rothfarb with his patented teal gloves, teal shorts,
Yeah,
and
he's
Bailey
never
in the all white.
he's never changed his outfit, huh? That's funny that you mentioned that. Yeah. Miles needs to take a shower and get a new wardrobe.
I've been in this community since July, and I don't think this man
Right?
has ever
No.
changed his shorts.
No,
He's got
he
lucky
hasn't.
shorts, guys.
Yeah. Beautiful
Oh,
switch.
look at this. His
Beautiful
switch.
switch.
Kick. He's got the fastest switch kick I think I've ever seen.
That was quick. That was super quick.
And what's crazy is it looks like he's moving when he's throwing it, so it shouldn't be that quick.
You know what? I think Miles, I think what he's doing is he's actually leaning into his kicks or leaning out depending on what foot he's kicking with. He's not staying still. It looks like from what I think he's doing is when he goes for the switch, he's also stepping to the left. So what it
Right.
does is that adds a little bit more speed and actually adds a little bit of power.
Yeah, it's almost like a micro plant when he
Yeah.
throws it.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? Like he's constantly moving, constantly on the go. And the weird thing is, as much as he moves, look at how he's constantly in that pocket.
Yeah.
Like he lives in that pocket.
Yeah,
How
he
many
does.
people do you know can throw a body kick in the pocket and not get punished for it?
Not very many people. And
This is incredible.
he's there you go. You got the
Ooh.
hook, Rock,
Yep, here's
going
that
for the
pressure,
body.
that padded
I
pressure.
was just about to say I want to see more kicks from Miles. There you go. Beautiful
Ooh.
uppercut. Drops him.
Bailey a
Gets
little
the
bit panic
top.
striking.
Ground and pound. Knocked him
Oh,
out.
that's it.
Wow.
And right then and there, that's that Miles Rothbard pressure that you were
Yeah.
talking about, where it
That's
doesn't
it,
look like
yep.
he's doing much.
Yep.
But at the end of that fight, you saw literally he threw, I want to say like 8 uncontested punches
Yep.
and kicks, uncontested strikes.
Yep. Miles is just one of those fighters that I have nothing but respect for. You know, he brings it in a way that you don't even know. You know, and the moment that you're in trouble, he just sucks the life out of you.
It's too late. It's too
It's
late.
too late,
The
exactly. And
moment you realize that you're in trouble, the fight's
Yep.
over.
yep, he just beats the life out of you, and he almost leaves you confused because you're like sitting there, what just happened? I got knocked out, right? But that's his fight style, and you don't see that. You don't see that often. Most people just fight the way they fight from the beginning and the end. But Miles, he brings it. He brings it.
Great. So next fight, who do we got?
Is that
Cruz
Nate
versus
Cruz? Is that Nate
Garcia.
Cruz? Versus
No.
Garcia.
Is that Nate Cruz?
I think Dark Matter. I think it might be, bro. I've been out of this whole
Yeah,
path for a long time. Honestly, bro, like I'm having a hard time with
I
names.
think it is Nate Cruz. I really do. And everybody
These-
knows the gorilla.
This
Well, Garcia.
this is a good match right here. This right here is this is exciting.
There's the back and forth. Oh, what a beautiful little lead-in combo off of the spinning elbow from Nate Cruz.
Yeah, they're going at it. I mean, this is what you expect when you got two fighters like this. They have almost the same style.
Yeah,
You know, they have.
it's
It almost looks like
it-
they're fighting it like it looks like there's a mirror in front of them. You know, they have the same exact style. It's this is a good matchup.
look at that. They're both trading leg
Yeah.
kicks. If you notice, when one throws a leg kick, the other one will really answer with a leg kick.
Yeah. It
There
almost
it
looks
is,
like
leg kick.
it almost looks like a mirror match.
Yes, absolutely. It's a funhouse mirror if you look at the builds of the bodies, but it's a mirror match nonetheless.
Yeah. I want to shake the hand whoever sat this fight up.
Yeah, absolutely. This is probably the most competitive match on the card so far.
Yeah, I'm excited
is
about
just-
this. I really just because you focus on each fighter individually, you know, but when you got a certain style fighter, and then you know the other fighter style, and then you put them together, and it's this wow, what a beautiful head kick! What a beautiful head kick! This is amazing. This is what I want to see. You know, two amazing fighters going at it with a spinning heel kick. Garcia needs
Oh
to roll
my
out of that. He
God.
needs to roll out of that cage. He can't be having his back on the cage like that.
Listen, if you are behind the second black line in that octagon, you are in trouble always. Oh my God. This has been non-stop action. Just honestly, every fight has been non-stop action.
Yeah, it is amazing card. Such a good card. You know, Garcia, He's a tough one because he has huge balls. He's not scared, you know. And sometimes it looks like he's in a bad spot, right? But he stays calm, you know, and that's what's dangerous about him. He doesn't mind that his back's on the cage. You know, beautiful
Right.
head kick. You know, he doesn't mind. He really doesn't. So
I mean, what he's been rocked 2 or 3 times, and he's literally just still right in it. What
what
a
a
feint! He
fake!
feints the
What
jumping
is
crane kick into a
this?
justice kick.
Wow.
Oh my God!
I think after this fight, we're gonna have to get in the gym and practice that one.
Oh my God! That was incredible. Oh my God!
A beautiful straight ball with a
Oh
head kick.
yeah, that was beautiful. Gotta love that close-up angle on the strike
Look at
too.
that. Done.
Oh, oh my God! Incredible. Look at that. And that's just the first round. Like that's the fight's not even over.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
I don't. I mean, whoever put this fight on, I never thought about these two fighters actually fighting. You know what I'm saying? So I actually
oh,
commentating and watching these two guys actually go at it. It's exciting.
like you know it was crazy though. For the 3 quarters of that first round, it was exactly the way this round's starting. Just back and forth strikes,
Yeah.
back and forth strikes. And then it was literally just you know what, I'm still tripping off of that crane kick feint into the
Yeah.
justice kick.
Yeah. That was well played. That was beautiful.
Oh. All right, response to that body kick with a smooth little jab. Look at that nice little head movement. Nothing got through.
Oh, what an
Oh, but the
overhand.
hook sneaks. Oh, to the body. Oh, that block is gone.
Garcia's I'm focused on Garcia right now, you know. I mean,
Right,
both
how
doing
he's
amazing, but I'm right now I'm focused on Garcia. And every time that I want to, you know, try to help the guy out, it's he's doing everything before I'm even able to say what he needs to do.
exactly
You know,
like,
so
and that's the difference between being a veteran in the game and being a rookie in the game. But
yeah,
here's the thing: everything that he's doing right, Cruz is right on
he's
top of him.
answering. He's answering.
Look
Like
at
right
that. Now
there, right
his
there,
leg is
right
done.
there. Cruz did exactly what he should be doing because Garcia's backing up. You know, he's resetting a beautiful hook. I think
Right.
Garcia needs to switch stance and roll out of that cage like really soon.
Look, the feints, just the way that Cruz is feinting his strikes, it's wasting his stamina, but like it's to the point where he's not at a deficit. Like even as low as his stamina is, he's not at a deficit right now. And it's not like Garcia has no answers. He's landing back. It's just
He has
it's
answers.
incredible.
He has answers. The beautiful. What was that
Oh!
question mark
What a
kick?
question mark kick! Oh my God! Right
Yeah.
over the
Hopefully,
shoulder to land
hopefully
on the chin.
Garcia needs to drop him. Oh, okay, his legs
Oh,
jacked up. Okay, cool.
there we go. He checked that kick.
Yeah, if Cruz
Oh,
keeps landing those leg kicks, Garcia's really gonna have to. There, he switched stance, which is perfect switch stance right there. Perfect. Couldn't be even. That was perfect.
oh, ducks into the head kick.
Yeah, if he keeps taking damage like this, he's gonna have to take Cruz to the ground.
Absolutely.
Because Cruz he's flowing right now, and
Ooh, nice
if
body knee.
Garcia doesn't get this figured out, his leg's gonna get messed up. It already
We
is.
are 3 seconds till the end of the round.
Beautiful
Oh,
uppercut.
way to end the round off of an uppercut drop. That's you know what? I know I called it earlier. This is fight of the night. This
Hmm.
is fight of the night. You're seeing two of the best
Yeah,
high class strikers. This is a striking clinic. First of all, Cruz is doing things that I haven't seen.
yeah,
I didn't know you could combo some of these moves together. And Garcia, as many times as he's touched the canvas, he's literally he's still in this fight.
yeah. He is. Yeah, he is. Yeah, Cruz. It's interesting the way he's playing this. He's doing a lot of feints, but it's working for him. You know, but
That leg is gonna
yeah,
go,
his
man. I'm
leg,
telling you.
yeah, Garcia, and he's opening the pocket. He's resetting, which is smart. But as he resets, Cruz is answering with a leg kick. You know, so it's hard for him to reset.
Right.
You know, so like right there, double leg kick. You know, Garcia needs to take him down. He needs to take
Look
him
at that.
down
Yeah.
right now.
His leg is absolutely just.
He
It's gonna
need,
shatter.
yeah, it is. He needs to take him down or stay in the pocket to stop those leg kicks. He can't be resetting anymore.
Oh, look, Cruz. This might be where that stamina deficit comes back to bite Cruz. Oh, I want to see. I want to see Garcia combo that that spinning elbow with a hook. Oh, head movement
That
literally
was
locks him up.
beautiful.
Literally locks him up. Oh, beautiful. Oh, that's dangerous. See, Garcia is a dangerous man. Both his legs are destroyed, and he's still throwing leg kicks.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go. That's as I said, you got to take your opponent down. You
Oh,
cannot,
Jesus.
you can't be taking this kind of damage. You can't. Answers with a
Oh!
flying knee at a perfect
Oh my
time.
God! Oh,
Perfect
you gotta
timing.
jump on him. You're not gonna win a decision, man.
Okay, his defense is there. He's doing good protecting his leg, but I mean, he's still beautiful flying knee
Oh!
and answers back with an up kick with
Oh
a
my
head
God!
kick.
Oh my God!
Okay, it looks like Garcia is focusing on his legs now. I see that he is blocking a little bit more. So I think they got a minute and 30 left.
Yeah, just about. And like I said, this is where that stamina deficit is really gonna come against Cruz. He went for it all
Yeah.
in those first 2 rounds, and now he has nothing, and now
he's in
his
a
leg is
bad
hurt.
spot. No,
Oh, he ducks him.
ducks him.
Oh!
Wow.
Oh man, this is 40 seconds left.
There's the answers with
Oh,
the
that hook lands. Oh, overhand. He gets right back up. Oh, that leg. Oh,
Yeah.
man, his knee is going to be shredded.
Yeah.
Oh, that uppercut lands. Oh. Oh,
Jeez,
man, 10
did you
seconds.
see that duck?
Final seconds of this fight. Oh, wow. What a war. I don't even know if that's just fight of the night. That's got to be fight of the year.
That's wow.
That is the best fight I've seen across any promotion.
Yeah, they gave us a war. They did a wonderful job at it and they survived. You know, they
Oh my
survived.
God. It's got to go to Cruz, right?
Yeah. It has to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my
Good job.
God.
Good job on the
I'll tell you
win.
what-
Wow.
Oh. I'm having heart palpitations.
Goddamn old man. Wait, aren't I older than you?
Who's coming? Yeah, you are.
Shut up.
Here we go. Coming out now, we have Leroy Belfort.
Leroy Belfort. Ah,
Pretty-
yes.
Pretty big for her first main event.
Belfort.
Good striker.
Belfort
Good
is
striker.
you cannot sleep on her. I tell people all the time, you cannot sleep on this fighter. You know, you have to be on your A game. The striking's good. What you got to worry about are them legs.
Yeah. She will chop your legs down.
Yes, sir.
And here we go. The man himself, Juan Gonzalez.
Juan Gonzalez, that dude.
He's a beast.
Let me just put it this way. When I grow up, I want to be just like Juan Gonzalez. Yeah.
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. One thing that the UFA has that that no other league has, they have the top talent, and they have the top
Yeah.
talent fighting the top talent.
Yeah, Juan
This is
Gonzalez, he may just be on my top 5 favorite fighters.
it's between him and I think what Boris Sokolov. They're the argument is that those two are the greatest of all time.
They really are. They really are. They really are.
Like
I spar both those guys, and to this day, when I fight them, they leave me in awe.
yeah,
Because we're all getting better in this fight. You know what I'm saying? But they are always growing. Juan Gonzalez, Poria, Belfort. There's just this breed that just they grow, and grow and adapt, and they never stay stuck.
look at this. Nice. You read that body knee. Caught it. Oh, a little bit of technical difficulties on the camera there.
Someone needs to fire this cameraman.
Yeah, seriously. I mean, we're all excited, bud, but do your job.
Someone needs to fire him, or we need Justin Gaethje to get in there, do a backflip, and knock one of the cameramans out again.
Yeah,
That's
seriously.
what we need. This is bad. But
Okay.
they're looking good. Belfort is looking good.
Yeah,
He's rotating out of the
she's-
cage. I almost said Justice. I got a brain fart right now. Sorry about that.
Gonzalez?
Gonzalez,
Okay.
there you go. Yeah. He's I think he's reading Belfort out right now.
I do too. That was a quick little. It was almost not even a flash drop, but a nice little drop there by Gonzalez. It almost looked like the body shot dropped Belfort.
Yeah.
It's such a fast pace. Like the strikes are really coming in quick. It's hard to even. Oh, beautiful get out by Belfort and another catch by Gonzalez on that knee. That knee hasn't been there.
Gonzalez is smart. I'm watching right now, and Gonzalez is smart. I know what he's doing right now. What's going on is Belfort likes to pivot, left or right, and get completely out of his view.
Right.
And you can't really overcommit to what you need to do with Belfort, because if you overcommit, you're gonna pivot out and answer back.
Right. Right.
So right now, it's all about just getting a feel.
Yeah, he's definitely trying to feel Belfort out. But
Right?
at the
That's
same
what I'm
time,
seeing, right? Because
yeah.
right?
But here's the thing, even in this feel out process, I feel like he's still winning the round.
Beautiful combo right there.
It's a close round, but I just feel like Juan Gonzalez is just landing just a little bit more. Oh, beautiful switch
I mean,
by Belfort.
here's the thing, and I know, like, I have the problem when I fight. It's a 5-rounder.
Yeah.
I know for me, my biggest problem, and a lot of our problems as fighters is we want to knock somebody out.
Yeah.
We forget that we're in a 5-round. And
Oh, beautiful.
our stamina is everything. So I hope, with these 5 rounds, I hope both these fighters are gonna take it easy the next round.
Yeah.
Because
Literally, there was no
No.
chill process
No, there
between
wasn't.
the two of them.
Oh,
And I believe it was Vince Lombardi said it. Fatigue makes cowards of us all.
Yeah.
So when that stamina goes and you're in there and you're fatigued,
it's game over.
and you're not going to be able to throw what you want to
No.
throw, and you're just going to be standing there getting
It's game
pummeled.
over. It's game over. It's I've seen it so many times with myself and other fighters. And
Yeah.
5 rounds. I'm not just talking about Belfort. I'm talking about both these fighters need to
Absolutely.
play smarter. Play smart, because the stamina is everything. And if you don't have stamina, you're gonna lose most of the time. Most of the time. So I'm
Oh,
hoping
man.
I'm hoping these two fighters are gonna be more technical.
Oh,
Goes for their takedown,
nice
gets
turning
it.
double. That was impressive. We're here. Belfort forces him into half guard. Switches to side
Side
control.
control.
It's literally back to half guard. This is just a grappling battle now.
Got
forces
sprawl.
her into a sprawl position as she was going for the full guard, and now they're just sitting here. Oh, way
Gets
to sneak
out.
out the back door.
That's sprawl is one of those things. When you get into that, it's really hard to get out.
Yep,
It's really,
goes
really
for
hard
that
to get
crane
out.
kick. Uh-oh.
Goes for another takedown. Gets it.
God gets it.
Gets it.
You know how difficult it is to successfully take somebody down from the cage?
Yeah.
That's so impressive.
It's kind of nice seeing these
A
two
little bit
fighters
of
on
yep.
the ground. You know, to be honest, we box a lot. You know,
It's
so
nice to see mixed martial arts in a mixed
yes,
martial arts
yes,
fight.
exactly,
Oof,
exactly.
beautiful switch. Ooh,
You know, watching these two fighters go at it really makes me miss the whole, you know, calf.
the grind, yeah.
Yeah,
Well, you heard it here, folks. Psycho Van Buren might be coming out of retirement.
yeah.
I'll tell you what, if you're at 45, I'd love to welcome you back.
Ouch. I think we might just do that.
We might have to, brother. This is, by the way, it's
Beautiful
been
deny.
a wrestling clinic by Juan Gonzalez.
Yes. Yes, I'm really
Back into the
excited. I'm
sprawl.
really excited to see these two on the mat. I really am because we know we stand so much. To see them on the ground is telling me that they've been working on the ground. Why else would they be
Yeah,
there? Why else would they
exactly.
be on that mat?
Oh, what a transition!
Get side
Flips,
control
lands
and
into
gets
side
up.
and gets up.
It's
That
smart. They spend a good time on the ground, bro. You know,
yeah.
got up. That was a smart thing to do.
And here's the thing: Juan Gonzalez had control for most of that round.
Yeah, so
You know
for
what I
Belfort
mean?
to get up, you know, was a smart decision because you don't want control time.
Oh,
Look at that. Goes for that
oh,
head. That landed. Wow.
very rare do those knees land. Oh, that switch though, beautiful switch. I think it's landed every time Belfort's thrown
Yeah,
it,
it has. It has.
and that's gonna be
See,
trouble.
amazing
Wasting a
ground.
little bit of energy. You know what I mean?
See,
At the end there.
Gonzalez is reading Belfort, and he's
Yeah.
so smart because he's not committing. When he opens the pocket, he's not thinking about throwing.
Hmm.
You know, when he opens the pocket, he's waiting for Belfort. You know, he's waiting for Belfort to throw. You know,
I was gonna ask you if it looked like he was trying to have a reactionary fight where he was just waiting to react.
from what it looks like, he's resetting because he's waiting for an answer from Belfort. You
Right.
know, and so what it looks like is he's waiting for Belfort to answer, and Gonzalez wants to answer back with a slip, is what I'm thinking.
We are here in the third round. I have Gonzalez up 2-0.
Yeah.
Belfort really has to figure
Goes
something
for a
out. What a
takedown, gets
judo
in,
take. Wow.
denies that, right?
Beautiful late denial by Belfort.
Wow.
I
Yeah,
honestly thought that he was going to get that judo toss.
I'm impressed
That
with Belfort. I've been seeing a lot of talking about the ground game.
Yeah, I've been
But
hearing a lot
seeing
about
it,
her improvement, about Belfort's improvement, but you're right, seeing it and actually seeing the improvement and seeing the fact
yes.
that it's not just the same one combo thrown over and over and
No,
over again.
no,
It's literally
Belfort.
mixing up beautifully.
You know, Belfort. How do I say this without sounding like a lame? Um, I've always kind of
Again!
again denied. You know, Belfort. I have a soft spot for this fighter. You know, we've sparred so many times. Oh, what a rock! Belfort needs
Ooh.
to step back and
Yep. Get off that cage.
get out
Get
that
off that cage. Tries, but he catches her. Gonzalez catches Belfort in the tie clinch as she was trying to circle off the cage.
Circle out. Come on, Belfort.
Circle,
As
circle.
I was saying though, we fought so many times,
Right.
and I tell everybody you cannot sleep on this fighter.
No,
You know,
Belfort
and
is. I think she's underrated. I think what happens is, um, when you talk above your station, you know what I mean?
yeah.
Like people, they take that as disrespect, and they tend to start clowning on, your abilities. But definitely a
But it's
good
showing.
fighter.
It's all showing here. Like nobody can say
That
nothing. You know what I
that
mean?
that exactly that turning double though. That's
Yeah.
a hard one to stop. Look, gets
Yeah, there
gets to the feet.
takes the back.
Oh,
Takes the
backpack.
back.
Oh, tries to drop him with a slam, trying to get him to let go, and now Juan Gonzalez is working for that rear naked. Belfort trying to fight the hands, pulling down on the elbow. Oh, that's in. Oh, he's blocking the mouth, making it really hard to breathe now. Trapping the arm. Belfort's going to go to sleep.
Yeah, it looks tight.
Belfort's going to go to sleep.
It looks real tight.
Oh, that's in. That's in. No
Got
way.
out.
No way. What heart from Belfort at the end of the round to escape. That fight was over. Wow.
Yeah.
Way to get free of that choke. And first of all, we're over here complimenting Belfort. What about Gonzalez? Juan Gonzalez is literally pouring it on here.
Yeah, he is.
Look at these replays. Excuse me.
Yeah,
Look at that.
Gonzalez, he's
Beautiful.
looking solid. He's looking real solid. I mean, both fighters, you know what I mean? This is a good fight.
This
It's
is
a
a
good
great fight.
Really
And what
good.
does it say about, and obviously we've said before, Juan Gonzalez considered to be one of the greatest of all time
Yeah,
in this CAF game. What does it say to you that Belfort is now in the championship
exactly.
round?
Exactly. It's crazy to think that. It's crazy to think that to see where Belfort, the way, he used to fight, and now it's two
Ooh.
different fighters.
Like, we are in the championship rounds.
Yeah.
I do believe Juan Gonzalez is up 3-0.
Juan Gonzalez he's looking nice. The body rock right there.
Ooh! Beautiful kick.
This is
Beautiful kick from
this is where you
Belfort.
don't want to be with Belfort. As soon as he rocks that body, he has everything in the arsenal to destroy your
Oh.
body.
Pulling back. He gets that back mount again. Oh, man. Are we going for another choke? Is he going to try and go for the choke again?
I think he
Yes,
is.
he
Yeah.
is.
See how this turns
Stay
out.
calm. Stay calm. There we go. He really wants this choke. He's covering that mouth again. And what that does is it constricts the breathing, makes it a little bit hard, and then look at how he forces that hand to go up so he can trap it. He forces the hand and he's got the choke in. It's deep, and Belfort escapes again. This is just
Side control.
heart. Heart. Belfort's gonna get up here, throw that kick.
He
right to the
immediately
body.
gets up and throws the kick.
Look at this. There's a little bit of a stamina difference here where Belfort is, on top here, but wasting. Look at
There
that.
it is. There it is.
Just what you had said earlier, right?
Yep.
Don't commit. You cannot commit when you're fighting Belfort because
There you go.
Belfort
Head rock.
won't-
Wow.
Oh
Yeah,
my God. There it is, though. That knee, you're getting too comfortable throwing the same few strikes. And you're gonna end up getting caught, countered. Look, he knows that that's coming. Way to jump that trip, though. See that knee? He's reading that knee every time now.
And a spinning heel kick.
Wow.
Okay. We gotta watch that knee, brother. You gotta watch that knee.
Go for the finish. Oh, Gonzalez gets out, forces it right into half guard. Now Belfort going for an arm triangle.
No.
Oh no, this is just it's got to be some kind of head game here.
Let's go. Let's go. Postures up. Stands up.
Postures up and stands up.
Head follows that with a head kick. What is going on here? What am I seeing?
Oh, Oh my God, Gonzalez has been dropped. How many?
Yeah,
Oh,
his
the
body's
body!
done. His body's
The
done.
body is over.
He just has to
Oh, that
survive for
knee.
5 seconds.
Oh, last second. Oh, after the bell knee. We don't like to see that, Belfort. Come on. I honestly, I would have to give that round to Belfort, though.
Yeah, no, definitely
you
that
know-
was Belfort's round. He had that body rocked, and as soon as Gonzalez knew his body was rocked, he covered up, and then from
Right.
there Belfort goes for that beautiful head kick right to the head
Oh,
and just
man.
drops Gonzalez. He's in a bad spot right now. He has to he's gonna have to protect his body more, and this is where he's gonna have to say, okay, am I gonna keep fighting or am I gonna take this to the ground? Because he has a lot of body damage.
It goes to show Belfort is clearly, in my opinion, outclassed on the ground against Juan, but the striking is very comparable.
Yeah,
And that stamina,
I
stamina
was
difference.
just about to say that stamina difference is gonna play a lot
Oh!
in his body.
Oh,
Still
beautiful switch.
attacking the body. That's what you got to do.
Oh, double switch. People don't often think that they're going to throw another switch after that first one.
Double switch is one of my favorite things to do. I love it. It looks cool, and it does damage.
Oh, man, that switch is impeccable. That turning double. I'm telling you, it's almost impossible to stop. You have to time it so perfect to get a
Yeah.
stop, to get a deny on that double or that turning double.
Go sprawl. There's
Gets back to full guard.
forward. Denied.
Oh.
Gonzalez,
what a
oh wow,
denial.
denied.
Into the sprawl. Probably should have went for a get up instead of the sprawl, right?
Yeah, at this point, Gonzalez needs to get up.
Oh. I don't think Gonzalez does. I think Gonzalez can lay on him for 2.5
Yeah.
minutes and win the fight. I don't think people want to see that, but hey, it's mixed martial arts. If you can't handle the ground, go to boxing.
Yeah,
And Leroy's not doing bad, right? So
oh,
it's
not
just
at all.
at this point, I don't think Leroy knows that they gotta get a knockout. They have to finish this fight. Leroy does.
Yeah.
And Gonzalez knows that. So, a head and arm choke. Oh my God, that came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Oh my God, he's going for the head and arm triangle. Oh man, that's incredible. That literally came out of nowhere. Looks like Leroy's gonna get out, no problem, no damage done. But the stamina. We were just talking about the stamina difference. Look now, it's not. It's not that different now.
Yeah, stamina, it plays a big part in your fight. You're not able to do what you want to do when your stamina is low.
Right.
And
these transition denials are just zapping the energy.
Yep.
Oh man, literally, Gonzalez has just wrestled for.
Yep.
It's literally been 2.5 minutes. He's controlled this last round.
Yeah.
Wow, what a fight!
What a fight! I mean, if they were able to manage their stamina, things could have gone a lot different for both fighters.
Yeah.
And that's.
I think.
Go ahead.
I think Gonzalez has definitely pulled this one off of the decision. I do have to say though, Leroy Belfort really proved something to me and to everybody who's watching that Leroy Belfort is the real deal.
Yes, and I want to say the same thing that I tell everybody every time. You cannot sleep on Belfort. It doesn't matter the fight style, what he does to get that dub. He knows how to get it, and he will get it.
Was that a split decision? That was a split decision.
Was it? Wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, Thanks for watching. We're going to
Wow.
catch you next time.